See, the fact that I can file a grievance is because this is a public building. If it was a private building, I wouldn't be able to get this form.
You got 3 cops there, but you want to go down to the front?
You know, there are really some times with these guys that I think they are just out for the gold star of stupid. Like, they want acknowledgement from people that they're going to go up to them and say, okay, yes, good boy. You are the stupidest human being on the planet. Here is your reward. You are going to be laughed at for eternity. Like, I sometimes I feel like that's the end goal for them. You know, rage bait is a thing. Maybe that's what this guy is doing. Because if he's not, I am absolutely shocked that he can walk and chew gum at the same time, let alone be a functioning member of society. Not saying he is, because, you know, chances are probably not. Look at his chosen profession, but this has to be rage bait. No one can be this unintelligent, right? I'm not crazy. No one can be this stupid. We're going to see. All of the repeated rhetoric is there. He's just regurgitating everything that he has heard on countless other videos, but he has compiled it into this one giant ball of idiotic that is really tough to swallow. You know what? Let's just get into it. You're going to see what I mean.
How's it going? No, I'm all right. I'm just looking around. Man, all you buildings around here keep them really warm in here.
Oh, yeah.
I think the DMV doesn't do that. They want people to leave.
Oh, yeah. You're looking for therapy services, or?
No, I'm just working on a story.
Okay.
All right, well, you have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
If you haven't guessed already, he's in a private facility that offers mental health services.
No. No. Just working on a story.
Is there anything we can help you with, sir?
No, thank you.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Why are you building our building?
It's a tax paid for building.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
What's the name of the building?
This building?
Yeah.
What is your name?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. If you're not here for services, you should leave our
I'm on
property.
business.
Huh?
I'm doing business.
What business are you from?
I'm working on a story.
And your name?
I don't disclose that.
What story are you working on?
I can't disclose that.
Okay. Well, you need to leave. You need to leave. You can't be in this area. You can't be in this area.
Says who?
Says this is private property. This is not.
Who pays for the property?
We do.
The taxpayers?
We own the building.
You can't own the building.
Yes, we do.
The taxpayers own the building, right?
We do own the building.
Yeah, it's paid for with taxes.
The company owns this. This is private property. If you were on my
But it's tax paid for private property,
So
which is paid for by taxes. No. It's not a private business.
okay, we don't need to banter back and forth. We're just asking you to, okay? And if you want to leave on your own, that's cool. If not, we're gonna have to call the police.
They were just here.
They were just here,
Yeah.
and they should know right where to come.
Yeah. So, where do you guys get your funding from?
All of that is online if you'd like to look it up.
Okay, every time he opens his mouth, it just makes me want to smack him. I really cannot believe that someone can be this stupid. First off, open TOO public. Open to public. Are you kidding me? Seriously, are you kidding me? First off, this is a nonprofit. This is a 501c3. They are legally obligated to provide certain financial documents to the public upon request because it is a condition of being a tax-exempt nonprofit organization. It has absolutely nothing to do with them being a public entity. They are not government-run. It is a private business that happens to be a non-profit. Seriously, open a fucking book. This is not difficult. This is not rocket science. This is not something you cannot learn in 2 seconds if you pick up your phone and open Google. Read an article. I just read. And in general, if you can, read. Those words on the page, those have meaning. Those meanings say you're wrong. You will always be wrong. You are a worthless loser. You're wrong. Stop spreading misinformation. When it comes to nonprofits, they do receive donations from the government. They do receive funding from the government. It is not their primary funding in most cases. I feel like I need to explain this in crayon for this moron, but I'm going to give it a try. What this place is, and many others just like it, is actually what's considered a public charity. And public in this case is referring only to the way it gets its funding. Public charities receive their funding from a multitude of different sources, whether those are direct donations from citizens or they are grants from the government or subsidies. They receive their funding from the public sector. It does not make them government run. It does not make them a public entity. On the opposite side of the coin there, you have a private foundation. Private foundation is also a type of 501c3, but they get their funding from generally one primary source, sometimes a small group of sources, but they don't take outside funding. Both of them are still types of private businesses. And to give this moron an example that maybe he will even understand, a very well-known 501c3 that is undoubtedly a private business is St. Jude's Children's Hospital. It is one of the biggest public charities in the United States. And I can promise this idiot, if he were to walk in with his camera and tell them, yeah, this is public, I can do this, they would kick his ass out. Because they can, legally. There is absolutely nothing anywhere that says that the only qualifier to be a public entity or to be a government entity is the fact that you have to receive funds from the government. If that were the case, every person in this country who receives food stamps, Medicaid, Section 8 housing, they would all be public entities. You could walk into their homes and say, well, you know what? You receive government funding. This means it's public. That means I can do whatever the fuck I want. No. That isn't how it works, except in the land of make-believe. This is why cousins should not marry. I could literally take a pack of dried sea monkeys, throw them in some water and let them mature, and they would have a more logical thought process than this idiot.
Yeah, I have. You guys get your funding from taxpayers, which makes us not a private business.
We're a private nonprofit.
Okay.
We're a private nonprofit.
But it's public.
Government. We're not a government agency. We're not.
You don't get grants from the government?
We do, but we're a private.
That's what makes it public.
We're called, the cops are coming.
That's fine.
We'll just hang out for a while. What's your name? I'm Krista. What's your name?
You call me good citizen.
It's really loud by the freeway.
Right. Are you a counselor here?
I am not.
What do you do here?
I'm our director of performance quality improvement.
You know, when you get those grants from the government, it makes this public.
Doesn't actually work that way.
It kind of does work that way.
But you can take it up with whoever you'd like to, and you can get up with the private contract.
Oh, okay. So you see how you have pamphlets when I walk in the door?
Excuse me?
You have pamphlets when I walk in the door, right? Okay. Well, that makes it publicly accessible.
Lots of businesses have pamphlets.
Yeah, but you're not a private business. You can't just refuse service to people.
We're not. We would be happy to connect you with services. What services are you looking for?
I'm just working on a story. This is a publicly accessible building.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Trust me, I look all this up before I come here.
What are you trying to accomplish today is what we're trying to figure out, because we're just kind of walking around places.
What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, you're walking them around our cars where we have stuff.
So
in.
this
Make
isn't
sure
a.
they do.
This is
It's
you
plain
can
view
access
doctrine.
Services through the front building. You can't just. The police don't expect us to go inside because they're aware of them because they're doing it in other businesses as well. So we don't go inside.
Have a nice day. You too. You should look into that shit though, because you guys are wrong.
Yes, the college-educated professionals that actually run the business are wrong, and the knuckle-dragging step down the evolutionary ladder who thinks that just because they offer pamphlets, it makes them public, is right. I'm telling you, this has to be rage bait. There's no way possible that anyone is this fucking stupid.
Oh, they're screwing up. Well, I'm pretty sure I can still see it from right here. Right. Oh, well, I got it recorded earlier. Glad I did that. That's dumb. You guys are dumb. You're not supposed to lock these doors when you're open. See these pamphlets? Oh, you can see the pamphlets through the window. See them? Right here. See all those? Yeah. That's open to the public right there.
He wanders around for a little bit, but we're going to cut through that. I got to know, though, someone let me know in the comments what you guys think. What in the smooth brain hell is he talking about when he's talking about they offer pamphlets and so they have to be public? How many private businesses offer pamphlets? The salon I get my hair done at offers pamphlets. Pretty sure I could go get my nails done and get a pamphlet or two. Pamphlets are not synonymous with public. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, we're going to continue.
I need a form. I need a grievance form. Can I get a grievance form, please? It says right there on your wall that I have the right to file a grievance if I feel it needs to be done. So it says right over there, you can read it. I read it when I came in the first time.
What a shocker. He can't read.
Because it's a public building. That's why I can look your shit up online too, but I already know. Obviously, you guys don't.
This is so utterly humiliating. Like, I can't even imagine the embarrassment of his friends and family. I really can't. This is mind-alteringly humiliating. The fact that he put this on the internet, like, there has to be some underlying causes, if you know what I mean. The fact that he is at a mental health facility might be a tell. What is he doing wandering around with a travel pillow around his neck? None of this makes any sense. The fact that he is going to go on about this grievance form, though, he thinks now because there is a grievance form, that means it's public. So everything in this building means it's a public entity because he can file a grievance for a mental health service that he never partook in, right? I can go to Pizza Hut, and if they make my pizza wrong, I can file a grievance. If I don't like the way that someone looked at me when I checked out at the cash register, I can file a grievance. I'm not going to do that because I'm not an asshole, but I could. Being able to file a grievance means absolutely nothing except you were dissatisfied with the service. What is so difficult to understand about these very simple concepts? I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Do you have a name? Did we get off to the wrong start? I just want your name. All right. Whatever. No name? All right. Well, you'll be hearing from me.
Good afternoon, Mr. Massey.
I'm just waiting on my grievance form.
What was that?
I'm just waiting on my grievance form.
Okay, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Waiting on my grievance form.
Your grievance form?
Yeah, it says right there on their wall I have a right to file a grievance.
Okay, well, do you have any services through Redwood
Yeah.
Community Services?
Yeah, I'm here on business right now.
No. What services do you have here, though?
I'm here on business right now.
Oh, okay. What business are you here for?
I don't have to answer that.
Okay.
But I just want a grievance form.
Okay.
I mean,
Do you obtain any services from RCS?
I'm here on business.
Okay, what business is that? So I can verify that you're actually here on business and that you're actually a patron of RCS that actually retains.
I don't have to
services
answer
from
that
here.
question.
Okay, well.
I just want my grievance form. It says right there on that wall on the inside. You could go look. It says that I have the
trust me,
right to get.
I will go look.
Hi.
Hello.
Right there on the wall. It says that I have the right to file a grievance no matter what. How's it going?
Have a wonderful day. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing all right. Just making my rounds.
Where's the next round after this?
I haven't decided yet.
No.
I mean, I've already been all the way around all this. The school district, they did good.
What's that?
The school district did good.
Yeah.
They didn't call you guys, did they? No? See. See these pamphlets right here?
I can't see it.
Well, it's lined up with all these
Trying to see it.
pamphlets right here. That means it's open to the public.
What's that?
That means this building's open to the public.
Okay.
Just those pamphlets alone means that.
I truly give the police credit for not laughing in his face right there.
It's a public building. I have to commit a crime.
They can still trespass you.
Yeah, but it's not lawful. You have any public building, you have to commit a crime to be trespassed from. It's not the same as a private building.
Someone just lobotomized the man because there is absolutely no hope for his future. There is no functioning brain power there.
Like, look, that's all public shit right there.
So, hey, Mr. Massey.
What crime did I commit?
I never said you committed a crime, did I?
Or you're trying to get me trespassing? You actually solicited the trespass by asking that.
I can ask that because the thing is, what I have also verified is you do not have any services here, okay?
If I'm here on business, which I am,
Okay, what
the First Amendment protects my business right now.
Please educate me what
Freedom
business
of the
you
press.
were here. Okay, are you a credentialed press person? I'm just.
Do I have to have credentials to be press?
I'm just asking.
To report on stuff? Do I have to have
Well,
credentials?
No, but higher brain function is usually recommended.
Cool with you. I'm just trying to better understand what has you so upset because this is the second establishment you went to today.
The second public building that's accessible to the public.
Okay, so what's going on though?
Nothing. I'm just working on a
What's got
story.
you so upset with all these places?
They locked the door.
Yeah, because you're scaring people. Okay.
A camera can't. You can't use a camera as scaring
So
people.
the thing
It's not
is
suspicious
if I
or a
didn't
crime.
know you, you may make me nervous as well. Okay, because of how you're acting. You're concealing your face. You're wearing sunglasses.
My neck's like fucked up. You know that.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, you should. I mean, everybody else does.
And they may not know that. So you have to also think about other people and how you're making them feel and what you're portraying. Okay.
Okay. Is your body cam on?
It's always on.
Cool.
I always make sure. That's
All
why
right.
I always walked up and I introduced myself.
You didn't,
as
like,
Officer
mute it in
Jensen
there
with
or
the
nothing?
Police Department. Okay. So, are you retaining any services from RCS whatsoever?
I need a grievance form from them.
Okay, I will give you a grievance form, but you're not telling me you have any services here. Okay,
I
they're
do.
asking.
If you read, if you read how the services work,
Okay.
I have business here,
Okay, but you're not even.
which is protected by the First Amendment, which
You're
you
not-
swore to uphold.
Okay, you're
the
not. You're not
Constitution.
saying any business that you have here.
But
You're
I
not
don't
willing
have
speak
to.
about
That's
it.
that's not.
Here's your grievance form. Do not come back here. Do not go to any other RCS buildings, i.e. the Arbor, building bridges, anything like that. They don't want you there, okay? Have a wonderful
Can
day,
I
Mr.
get-
Master.
can I get
but you
something
need
in
to
writing?
vacate the property.
Can I get something in writing?
What do you need
Well,
in
because I'm gonna have to file a suit on that one.
writing? They're asking you don't want. They don't.
They're
want
ask. Oh, so they're not telling me, or
you.
they're.
They are asking you to not come. They are asking.
So
you
it's
to
just
stay
asking.
Away.
It's not telling.
They are asking for us to tell you to stay away.
But that's not lawful at that point because it's a
Okay,
public
then
building.
That's your prerogative if that's what you feel like.
Oh, please, please, please let him file this lawsuit because you know this moron is going to write it himself and it is going to be comedy gold. I am literally dying to read it. I really hope he files this lawsuit. So you hear the officer give him instructions that he's not to be on the property. The facility doesn't want him on the property. They don't want him on any of their properties. but he doesn't go as far as giving him a written trespass. And I have a feeling that that stems from the fact the facility offers mental health services. They do see people who have mental health conditions and are a little bit unstable all the time. You can take one look at this moron and see that, yeah, he is probably going to need mental health services at some point in time, either voluntary or involuntary. And the facility is probably cutting him a little bit of a break.
You got 3 cops there, but you want to go down to the road?
Yeah, but it's got federal funding. It's got federal funding, which makes it public. That's why they have pamphlets and grievance forms, and I can look up all this information online, but they're supposed to give it to me readily available. I'm like, we could be civil, that's not a problem. I don't have no problem with being civil, but I mean, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and like, you guys can't bark orders that aren't lawful. You guys are supposed to teach these people, not just fucking let them tell you what to do. It's the same as a police station or any other public building, dummy.
He seems very sad that the police just kind of ignored him and left because he was expecting a bigger confrontation for the video. But let's just be completely honest here. No one is ever going to take this asshole seriously. He's going to go through his entire life with no one ever taking him seriously, let alone the police. They dealt with him multiple times that very same day. They knew his name was Tim Massey without him even having to identify, because they have dealt with him so often, and I am assuming have never taken him seriously because he is not a serious person. This is not an intelligent person. This is a person that needs help. This is someone that needs to take a look at their life and say, you know what? I am probably fucking up. I am probably doing something that is going to get me absolutely nowhere in life. That's a realization that he needs to make. I am going to be contacting the facility and letting them know their recourse as far as filing privacy complaints with Google for this video and any video that he may publish in the future. Because to be completely honest, if there is something that annoys me, there are a couple of things. Number one, don't mess with kids. Period. That's a golden rule and should go without saying. Don't mess with kids. The second would be care for mental health here in the US is so hard for so many people to actually get that when I see one of these little pissants go and harass facilities and possibly deter people who are actually trying to make their lives better from being able to get the help that they need, it annoys me. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one.